our god, Amun-Ra. You are Yusuf Bey, son of Abdel Malik.
I am, O Father. I have answered your summons.
You are prepared to undertake a mission?
I am.
And to live your life according to the pattern decreed by the priests of Arkham?
I am.
Here then. 3,000 years ago lived the Princess Ananka and a young man, Karis. They dared to love each other. But Ananka was a priestess initiate of Arkham, and such a love was forbidden. The princess died, her soul accursed forever. Karis was buried with her. Then, 30 years ago,
an expedition located and entered the tomb of Ananka. Managing to escape the guarding mummy, they brought the body of the Princess Ananka here to America. It is now one of the choice possessions of the Scripps Museum. This, however, did not end the matter. The secret cult, the priests of Arkham, smuggled the monster Karis into this country and right into our own vicinity, Mapleton. He was turned loose, and every living member of the party who had dared set foot into that faraway tomb died by his hands. The monster itself was later consumed in the flames of the Banning House, and thus ended a reign of terror which, remarkably enough, had its origin centuries ago.
Professor Norman?
Yes?
I know the paper said the mummy really lived, and...
That's right.
But it's incredible. I believe maybe it was a man made up as a mummy to keep the legend alive.
I saw the creature. I analyzed the mold found on the wrappings about his body. I saw him moving around, and so did hundreds of other people. Yes, Miss McLean?
Wasn't he kept alive by the fluid from some sort of leaves?
He was. Tana leaves. They grew from a low bush found centuries ago in Central Africa, quite extinct now. A quantity of them was found among the effects of Professor Banning, the man who first discovered the mummy's tomb. The authorities gave me permission to take them for scientific research. But how they could preserve life indefinitely is still a mystery. If Banning knew the solution, the secret died with him. But the laboratory has solved mysteries before. And perhaps someday... Which brings us to the end of our discussion. I assure you that in our next class, we will concern ourselves solely with the history of Egypt, and not with the more lurid and non-curricular subject of living mummies. Good afternoon.
Hey, Tom, going out for practice tomorrow?
Yep.
What do you make of all this Egyptian mummy stuff that Norman's been dishing out?
I don't make anything of it. It's out of my line.
I thought maybe your girlfriend could throw a little light on the subject.
You're crazy. How would Amina know any more about it than you or I?
Well, she's an Egyptian, isn't she? At least her ancestors were.
And your ancestors used to live in caves, so maybe you can tell us where to find the missing link.
Oh, don't get angry now. If she was my girlfriend, I'd ask her.
Well, she isn't, so don't bother.
Hi there, Peanuts. You been a good boy today? Missed your puppy, didn't you?
Oh, that demonstration is just gratitude for leaving him in my company all afternoon.
Which proves that his judgment and taste are as good as his master's. Say then about your quitting time?
In just a few minutes.
What's this? The tombs of ancient Egypt. Say, Norman would be interested in these. He should have heard him this afternoon. Gave us an eyewitness account of that 3,000-year-old Egyptian mummy wandering around here strangling people. What's wrong?
Nothing.
What is it, Amina? Why do you always get so jittery if I mention anything about Egypt?
Please, Tom. Do we have to talk about it?
Well, why not? You're Egyptian. That makes it important and interesting to me. But whenever I speak of it, you freeze up.
I know. I can't help it. Something happens to me when I think of Egypt.
But what's wrong with Egypt, darling? It's as modern and up-to-date as any other country.
I know all that, but please, if you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about it.
All right, darling. I'm sorry. Well, you ready to go?
Yes. I have to take these books to Professor Norman.
Come in. What's wrong?
I don't know. I feel so tired all of a sudden.
You're working too hard, that's what. And I come in here and get you all upset with my talk about mummies. I'll take these books over for you, and you go get some rest, okay?
Okay.
However, that doesn't mean I'm letting you off our date tonight. Come on, Peanuts.